Hey, look, there's 5 of us again. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Internet die. So what happened?
It just didn't exist for 8 minutes, and now it does. I didn't actually get to change anything because I was still doing troubleshoots, and then it was like, hey, it's working.
Nice. All right. Well,
Can I request a second character sheet, or do I actually have the ability to add one
I'd have to add you.
for my warhorse?
Oh, okay. Do you need a full sheet, or could I just give you a handout note? Because a sheet would kind of screw with some of our. I'd have to go in and change some APIs. Have Dan change some API stuff because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You could always, in the bio and info, I just copied and pasted my snake into the bio and info tab. On your character sheet, to the left, there's bio and info, and to the right, there's
I
attributes.
can give you a handout
just on the
for
left,
sure,
you
though,
just...
if that'll work. I'll give you
Where
one.
is
Oh,
it
yeah,
at?
handouts.
Yeah, let me just give you a handout. Warhorse for Jeremy. Can be edited by Jeremy. Boom. Done. You should now have a handout called Warhorse. Alright. So welcome back for hour number 2 of the Harmony D&D stream. A little bit of a short hour thanks to some technical issues, but hopefully for now the storm breaks and we can turn just like a little bit to the side there, Bex. We can see more than just your nose.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. You're like doing the whole
There we
Two-Face
go.
thing. You're like, hey, you see? Hey, don't. But yeah, let's
I
get back
just
into
stare
it.
like, get you guys
That's
that real
better.
close up.
Forget. We were talking about. I don't know if you were here. We were talking about doing some. Yeah, you were here for. Jeremy wasn't
Yeah,
here. For
I was here early.
Yeah, Jeremy wasn't here for the fireside camp stories that we were telling.
Oh my goodness. Go back to those diceless days.
Yep. We played D&D by a
Diceless
flashlight before. This is the thing that has happened. It's been years. But anyway, so we were discussing, you guys were discussing your futures as adventurers and your current goals and objectives. You've discovered through rumor that there is the potential for a war with the Dragonborn, potentially united clans of Dragonborn. So there's opportunities there. Of course, there's the original opportunities you all had are still available. And anything else you guys can come up with as options. Or continue with your current path. And
Bex, hear my feedback. Were you gone already when I said what I wanted?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
Might be better to go over it again.
I left when you and Tierno were talking about where he lived, and then I sort of just crashed.
Okay. So
I was
missed
talking-
it.
Elves are always to blame.
I basically said that I feel like working for the Adventurers Guild is a little bit beneath us now. Like we have better things that we could accomplish because, I mean, basically we don't need to be escorting caravans when we could be out smiting evil.
Proactively seeking it as opposed to hoping it comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My vote is for some sort. I think I was still connected when I said either some sort of boat or caravan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course I was. You guys made fun of me for it.
Yep. No, we didn't.
You, in your minds, you did.
Oh yeah, that's true. Philly's is just basically whatever earns her more monies. Her vote. Go. So let's say you guys spend about 2 weeks in town. Does that sound like a fair number to like sort out all your stuff? We're gonna have to do some dice rolling for that.
The warhorse has been updated.
Um, if I can find my downtime activities chart that I was going to use. This is not it.
You know what's really awkward? How hard it is to find 5th edition magic items.
Yeah, they're all in the DMG.
Yeah.
I don't have the. This is one of the books I don't have.
Is it? No, that's not it.
I have the compendium, but it doesn't tell me what they do.
So we discussed, and I may have been a bad DM. Looking at my notes. And I asked you all a long time ago. Of course, your answers might change now anyway, so, because you were poor then. Yeah, I did not write it down. What was the point in asking?
Good job.
What your lifestyle expenses would likely be. But,
So regardless, it was always the same.
yeah.
Yep. Mine's
I think
modest.
It shows specifically modest. It was,
Okay.
was the same.
Poverty and lavish were the two that I had. It's either or. There's no in between.
Right. Here we go. This is the carousing table I wanted. Alright. So, each week, yeah, we're not using that part of it. So part of these, some of these won't necessarily be relevant. But let's. Does anybody want to go out carousing? X. During their 2 weeks of downtime.
Define carousing.
All right. You can. This is nope. I lied. This is not the right chart. This one has you spending XP. That is not.
Bex hoards EXP.
Yeah, we're not.
I
we're
don't
not
share
doing
that.
We're not doing that. This it? Here we go. This is it. All right. So never mind. Everybody, this is the one I want. All right. So who's living wretchedly? Anybody? Which is no cost per day. Squalidly. Anybody?
No.
Poorly. 2 silver per day. All right. Modestly. 2 of you? 3
I
of you?
believe.
All right. So for the next 2 weeks, 14 days, Thomas is going to spend 14 gold. And you get no modifier on your d20 roll, so roll a d20.
Okay.
This is stolen from West Marches, if anybody is wondering. I put the link in chat. What'd you get?
18.
18. You managed to put aside an emergency fund. You gain level D4 gold. So 5 D4 gold.
Okay.
Do I do this to the same as well for me?
Yeah, you're gonna roll. Oh well.
Go ahead with him, and then I'll do it.
One second before you do.
There we go.
We are also doing the potential for you to labor during your downtime, which may be relevant.
No one wants to work.
Which gives you the chance to potentially earn money and not roll on that chart. What'd you get?
An 11.
So you gained 11 gold, so you netted a loss of 3.
Well, I
Basically.
actually don't have to pay my lifestyle cost when we're in town
Oh,
because the church pays them for me as a
that's right.
acolyte.
As long as it's a modest lifestyle.
Yep.
So if you wanted, though, since you made some money, if you wanted to, you could live at a higher lifestyle.
What I'm going to do with that money is actually just give it back to the community.
Okay.
And any money I would have spent. So I'll also give them the 14 on top of that.
All right. So, Jeremy, are you going to, Tiernell, is he going to do anything during the 2 weeks to earn any money, or is he just going to chill?
He's gonna actually find out if the local meat or butcher shop needs any meat. He's also going to find out if he's also gonna search out any poor people that are living on the streets, if there's anybody there. Just searching out the alleyways and whatnot. He, like I said, he also is buying a war horse, and I'm subtracting 548 gold from my gold stash that I have. Oh, that's
Okay.
that.
All right, so
What do I need to do with that? Do I need to roll anything? What are we doing?
what would be make a saving throw, the relevant save, so survival for hunting gathering?
Okay. There it is. And survival of fittest. There we go. 24.
Oh wow.
Natural 20.
All right, so not only did you pay for your cost of living, you gain 1d6 gold as a bonus. So you don't have to spend any for your moderate. So you don't have to spend the 14 gold that you would normally have to. And
Roll 1d6, and I got the max, which is 6.
nice. So you gained an extra 6 gold just helping people out around town.
Did I ever find any like poor like hobos or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Well, not hobos, but like people or
There's plenty of, like, there's not a lot of, like, straight up, like, homeless towns, you know, little hovels or anything like that. There's not, like, a homeless sector or a tent city or anything here. But there are definitely plenty of beggars and homeless people if you look for them. It's not hard
any
to
of
find.
them have any children. That's what the main
Yeah.
effect of this, and that's what Parnell's going to give that family that gold, and he's going to give that family that meat that he not only worked for, but he's going to do half for the butcher shop and then half for this family.
Okay.
They're going to live.
All right. So, good. Bex, you said you're living
Wealthy.
so richly, 4 gold a day.
4 gold a day.
All right.
I eat and drink in the slummiest of slums, but I live in the nicey nice place.
All right. So add 5 to your D20. I'm assuming you're not doing any work. Labor.
Well, work to create income for Bex is to challenge rich people to drinking contests.
All right.
Because poor people can drink.
Remember,
Remember, like, I challenged the dwarf or the
Right.
or halfling and all that shit. So I make money gambling is the best way to think about it. Of any
also going to be participating with Bex as well, because I do have that ability to not be drunk.
Oh yeah, for like 5 days or something like that.
It was, I believe I wrote it
It was
down.
quite a while.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like 18 days is what I had.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he
So
got
this
hit
whole
with a
time.
pretty nasty one.
Yeah. Well, depending on who you ask,
But yeah,
how nasty it is
mixture of
not being able to
mixture
become
of
drunk.
drinking contests, fist fights, games of chance, games of luck and skill.
All right, go ahead and give me your D20 plus 5 Bex for your lifestyle event.
Yes,
What do you get?
I got a 10.
Alright, I believe, yeah. So you spend your expenses. You don't gain any more than you lose.
That's fine.
So it's a total of 4 gold a day times 14 is 40 plus 1656 gold. Is that
Did
right?
I make as much as I spent?
In addition, so you spent your lifestyle expense, but you didn't gain any extra or lose any extra from your various activities.
I can handle that.
Your wagerings netted a 0 gain.
There we go.
But,
Fine with all that.
and I think, actually, Tyrnell, you would get a straight D20 roll also. In addition to your labor. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's one or the other. What'd you roll anyway? It wouldn't have mattered. That's a nothing.
Well,
That's a nothing happened anyway. Alright, so that's downtime.
Yeah.
No, it's
shopping
not.
for Bex was
I
easy.
forgot Philly. Philly was modestly. So are you doing any labor?
Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving the city and going out hunting for furs.
Alright. So roll the relevant stat saving throw, which I guess again would be survival. And you got a 9. You earned 1 silver per day, minus your 1 gold per day. So you spent 9 silver a day instead of a gold, right?
Okay.
So 9 times 14. Whatever that equals in silver. 90 plus 36 is 126. So 12 gold, 6 silver. So yeah, you did an alright job selling some furs, but your rooms and food and other costs were higher than your gains. Alright. And everybody leveled up. Thomas,
Level 5, right?
who was previously, what was your... You were just a teacher, basically, so you were like below the clergy, for sure.
Yeah, I was like the headmaster or whatever
And
at school there.
it was your choice, or you were sent out
No, it was my choice to become a cleric.
and go
And it
out
took
into
like
the
a
world?
year for him to approve it.
Right. So basically, you've just gotten more of like an honorary title of like, you know, instead of just cleric of the light, now you're esteemed cleric of the light. Which the basic benefit of it is you get to sleep in a nicer room when you're at the temples. You're probably given a little bit more information when you seek it out, and you have full access to libraries that are held by the temples of Lemire.
Okay.
So before, you might not, even in all your years of service, you might not even realize, you probably did, somewhere along the way, you probably heard, you know, like, the grand clerics, you know, they all have like special libraries of extra valuable tomes and stuff that can't be taken out because if they were to be lost, it'd be too valuable to the, too big of an expense to the clergy. So now you can, if you need to access those, you can just request it. You still have to keep them on site. But yeah. And Philly, in your hunting and gathering the past couple weeks, you've learned more about your totem animals and more about the you kind of probably took some time for practice with your brand new Gax and gotten better with
And
that.
since I didn't have any ability to practice it before, I am going to focus on making sure I know exactly how to commune with the animals, like I realized that I had this gift of.
And then you trapped them.
No. No.
And
I used the one. I used the beast sense, so I could, look through the eyes of one of the animals to track the other ones and find out exactly where they were.
Now I want to watch Beastmaster. Thanks. Dar. Anyway. Tyrnell.
Yo.
I'm sure somewhere along the way you found time to practice your swordsmanship. Maybe even with any downtime you had with some of the expenses you had. Maybe you found some elves who seemed competent at swordplay and were able to get in some sparring matches with them. Maybe learned a new trick.
Elves as well, humans, elves, whatever wanted to take time to parry with me. I did so, and also I did do some training with my newly bound warhorse.
Excellent. So, and of course, all that you figured out to be a little bit quicker with your attacks, so you can double up. And
Right.
Bex, one
What's
that
up?
we've been waiting for. A little bit outside of town, and kind of near the ocean. Two draft. Oh God. Okay, I'll read that here in a second. Unleash the Kraken. Little south of town, there's a what used to be a port for like the original layout of the city, but the city's migrated north a little bit more, had a little better foundation laid out, so it's kind of like an abandoned port. And some local worshippers of Tempest have kind of taken it over and turned it into a sort of worship site for Tempest.
Alright.
So yeah, they do like special rituals like out on the docks, and the old storehouses and stuff like that are kind of like their little meeting areas and shelter for or members of the faith. So you are able to go there and meet up with that's not what I want.
I picture it like a history of architecture of the building, as it's like a ramshackled maze that has been repaired and added on to haphazardly over the decades.
The main person you probably talk with the most, who's kind of like the leader, it's not really super organized, but the person that's more like the elder is Rancent Carley.
Rancent Carley?
Rancent. He's a human who wears all black, and he's got like some crude like lightning storms on his leather shirts or leather jackets, and kind of looks like the equivalent of a biker of the fantasy setting.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He got the dark hair with the gray streaks in it that are, probably intentionally streaked that way. Either that or he actually has been struck by lightning. He claims to have been. So he's got a little bit of a stutter to go with it, if anyone's seen The Great Outdoors. So.
There you go.
Yeah. And so he kind of helps you with the rituals that you need to complete, which are what?
I need to speak. I don't have to, but for RP elements, I haven't given myself any of the abilities until I've talked with Tempest or had because the way I got my powers in the backstory, they're all granted to me by the Kraken.
Right.
Basically, I need to reach a spot where I can, with Tempest's guidance, speak to the Kraken using that telekinetic speech. So I basically have to scry it, but I can't scry as a warlock.
You said scry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Describe it.
I need to speak to the Kraken, and I can't do it because I'm a warlock.
Yep.
And it's too far away. But I'm sure there's ways I can get around that in a temple such as this.
Yeah, probably.
That's the goal.
Give me a wisdom check.
Character sheet open. I have so much power.
Oh.
Is there another check?
Nope. That's the one I want.
Yes. Wisdom. I press the check mark. Yes, 8. The best.
The Bex.
I'm the wisest of warlocks.
We cannot hear him, but I think he knows that because he's got his finger up.
The internet knows I'm the wisest of warlocks. Getting that caffeine.
All right, so what did you get on that roll? Not
8.
great. Not great. Unfortunately, at this time, the Kraken doesn't respond to your request to commune.
Sadness is everywhere.
Maybe you need to wait for a better storm.
Well, I'm gonna summon the old guy back to me. Whose name you gave me as Ransom Carley. That's not a good name for a priest, according to Bex. So his name is old Strikebeard.
Okay.
So I holler down the maze of the Tempest Cathedral blob, and hey, Strikebeard.
Yes,
I'm
brother.
Yeah. Just until he shows up. And so we need a storm. Be there any druids or angry sorcerers around?
Angry sorcerers. Well, it kind of is, you know, in the past we've had success calling storms with when we can gather enough people. Takes a pretty powerful ritual to do that.
Then a gathering there shall be. I'll provide the beer. I'll see you in 4 days.
Let's see, what level is that?
Summon Storm?
Yeah, are there some equivalent?
I'll find it real fast.
Conjure minor? Oh, no, that's not it. I'm assuming it's going to be in druid spells. I see Call Lightning, which is close. Surely that's a thing in 5th edition. That's a pretty... Earthquake, Sunburst, Tsunami.
Earthquake, there you go.
Tsunami.
Yeah, it looks like a 8th Storm of Vengeance, level 9.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. How big a storm does this need to be?
Yeah, I'm not sure this is what we're looking for.
I mean, I can make it rain in a 30-foot area with a level 1 spell.
Prestidigitation can do it.
That's not going to do it. The Storm of Vengeance actually would be really like right in line with this deity.
I've decided to punish you from across the country.
Like if that's not on your spell list, we might add it at that point.
Yeah,
when
it's
we
not
get
on
there.
my spell list. Don't worry.
That might get added if we get to the point where you can cast 9th level spells because might be just like a feature of Tempest.
Yeah. Basically, whatever it will take to make this happen is fine.
Control
because
weather, 8th level.
the other part of the goal.
Never mind. He lied to you. There's no one
Damien.
casting 8th level spells.
No, is I don't have the DMG for magic items and crap like that, but I'd really like to get my trident blessed. And blessing by Tempest, I assume, is just giving it some sort of elemental lightning
damage.
or bubbling. So I want to combine it all in here. Most of my money I'm willing to throw at this event to summon a baller-ass storm.
Okay.
And have that mix in with the enchantment of my trident as well.
Okay.
Bringing regants and items and things like that. But I've been searching all day for magic items, and I cannot find a good online list that also has information.
Yeah, it's because with this particular edition, Wizards has been really tight about that.
Take that down.
Right.
Which is why that PDF I was using was homebrew, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'd like to enchant my trident as well.
Basically, let's see.
I want to do Summon Storm of Vengeance. I'm gonna find me a baller ass druid.
Yeah, that's a straight up side quest in and of its own to find someone that has 8th level
Find a
spells.
level 9 spell slot mage.
Yeah, level 15 or something like that, character level.
Yeah.
I don't actually get. Warlocks don't even get 9th level spells.
Oh, really?
Nope. My highest spell slot known as 5th.
No, you're looking at something wrong. They go up to 9. You got a weird list or something.
There, but I don't see. I'll figure it out. On the Warlock level chart, it only goes up to 5th.
You got like the basic rules?
No, they do only go up to 5th.
Oh.
I'm not
That's
sure
the
how it
level that
works
their
either.
spells are cast at, but they can still know spells that are higher.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, it just burns a lot of spells to do it. But remember, I get all my spells back every rest or every hour.
That's weird.
Yeah. By the way, to learn a 9th level spell, the average character level is 16.
16, yeah, that's pretty high. People like that
That's a badass right
aren't
there.
easy to find.
No.
Because... Oh, here we go.
More, my envisioning more was I'm gonna bribe the whole cathedral with alcohol.
Nice.
It turns out not all of them are pirates, and that's not a big thing for most of them, actually.
Well, you know, not everyone's allowed to have the right view of the world. Some people have to be wrong, so I can mock them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll come back around on that lightning thing maybe next.
Damien's like, damn, I gotta think about this.
Well, I gotta look it up. So it really comes down to it.
Yeah, but I just want to sort of combine everything into the role-playing, me getting my spells, because I haven't used some of them, and then the enchanting of the trident.
Javelin of lightning. That seems like the exact thing you're looking for.
That sounds sexy.
Like reskin to trident, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, how's that only uncommon?
Uncommon looks really strong in here.
46 lightning damage on
See,
top
that
of regular damage.
beautiful. It sounds something like Tempest would do, though, because I mean, my bolt lightning I can cast right now for 3d12.
Oh wait. When you hurl it and speak its command word, transform into a bolt lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 Dex save or take 46 lightning damage, or half on a success. Then the lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. Then you make an attack roll against the target, and if you hit, you do weapon damage plus 46.
How much does that cost?
You can only use it that property once per day, basically.
And then it would just be like a generic +1
Right.
the rest of the time?
Yep.
See, that's something that I'd be cool with.
It's uncommon. So where was I? I was just looking at that. So if someone could do that, third. Damn it! I hate this. Modifying
shit.
item.
I really need to get a Dungeon Master's Guide.
What the hell? I'm on creating a magic item. It's not telling me how many days per.
25 gold per day.
Okay. And uncommon value is
500 gold.
so 4 days
20
times.
days.
Huh?
20 days.
Yeah, 4 days times 5 is what I was gonna say. So yeah, 20 days. It would take about basically 3 weeks altogether, finding the correct person, that person finding the appropriate stuff to do it. So you'd have to be without your special javelin for that time period.
It has to go with me. I have to go with it.
So
Or I have to well, I could just unattune it.
or get a different javelin. I mean trident.
Well, I could unattune it. It just takes a ritual. I have to pick a new item to be. I can make the staff my summon item, and then that item exists in this world again.
Right.
So that's doable. And I have the money for it if I did the math right.
Yeah, how
So,
much?
yeah.
And
You said it was 75 gold a day.
50 gold a day. How much would it actually cost?
All right, 50 gold, 20
Or how
days.
much? That's the amount that has to be spent per day.
Yeah, so it's 1,000 gold plus the base cost.
I think that's right.
Yeah, that matches the formula I have. I just don't have the other items.
But we need to make a percentile die to see if there's any modifications to the cost on top of that.
Okay, and that'll pretty much be Bex's entire devotion, other than trying to talk to the Kraken, and because I'm gonna be out of money after that.
And failing.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it only costs
1% over.
no. 20% over would be
Ouch.
another 200 gold basically.
My charisma score disconcurs with that. If that's a thing.
What's your modifier?
My charisma is 3, intimidation is 6, but you also have to remember my history and my background.
Right. Well, would you intimidate these people on purpose?
Depending on which stage.
Let's say 12%.
There are some stages where intimidation is good.
So
Other stages, no.
that'd be like an extra 120 gold.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be 1,620.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that'll be my entire
Okay.
life. For in case we have anything that happens during the town, my staff is now bonded to me instead of the trident.
Okay. Good deal. So,
That's it. The rest of my life is gonna be. You should read out what I purchased now.
oh yeah, 2 draft horses, it carries 2 brewery kits, seaweed, yuck. Eldrick Ale, Unleash Kraken painted on the side, 240 gold. So you're trying to sell it? Is that?
That is right.
Okay.
The Bex has created a traveling brewery wagon, as it were.
Instead of a meth lab, it's a ale lab.
Meth is expensive. Alcohol is consumable in case sales are slow.
Yeah.
If no one
It'll
wants
keep
it,
you
I'll drink
alive,
it.
even when the water's bad. All right.
And
I
I
have
do
a
have a lot
feeling
of
none of it's
proficiency.
ever going to get sold.
What'd you say?
I have a feeling none of it's ever going to get sold.
I think it's all going to be consumed by the owner.
You're
No,
the drug dealer that does all of his drugs.
Yep.
No, I sell enough to pay for the next batch. It's a zero profit endeavor.
I don't think that's how
That
it
keeps
works.
my cost of living down.
I don't think that's how it works.
Maybe if it's really bad, we can poison people with it.
Or give
But
it
I have-
some holy blessings.
Yeah, you touch my beer, dude. You and me. That's why there's 2 kits. I might let Thomas contaminate one of them.
And sell it for the same amount.
Oh, sell it for twice as much. It's holy.
Holy beer.
Half as much liquor, twice as much profit.
That's right.
Yeah. You just can't touch my side.
Right. All right.
I do want to mention that Tyrnell is also going to be in the inn looking for a bard, and he's going to be listening to the tales of daring, bad and good luck tales.
Okay.
DuckTales reference.
DuckTales.
Ews.
Woo! Had to squeeze that in there, bro.
DuckTales.
Woo!
All right. Okay. So I think that's pretty much got all that downtime covered, right?
Right?
Except I don't know that there's a conclusion on if you guys are looking to do something specifically. Sounds like you got some ideas, but no one's been like, this is what we should do, and everyone's like, yeah, right.
Well, Thomas was also going to have. He was going to try to have a new shield commissioned
Oh yeah,
through
we
the
talked
church.
about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I am going to just ask around if anybody's seen. Seeing an elf in a brief description of my father's looks. So, yeah.
All right, give me a. Dude, what's the equivalent of gather info now? I always forget.
It's I can't remember. Investigation.
Investigation. That's it.
Alrighty, let's go for. I'm not liking this, but.
Okay.
That did not work.
Yes. Let's see. What does a 5 net you in answers? So obviously, quite a few people were just I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, the closest thing you get to a response that even seems kind of legitimate. You follow up on it. Someone's like, "Oh, I saw a guy like that at one of the inns last week," and you go there, and then you talk to the innkeeper, and he's like, "No, there's not been anyone at all like that. That guy was just fucking drunk or playing with you." So you didn't get anything really useful out of the endeavor, unfortunately. Thomas, though, you wanted to do a shield, and it was it uncommon also? It was
Yep.
basically the same.
Yeah, 500 gold is what the DMG recommended, or whatever. as
Oh
the
yeah,
price.
that's right. Yep. And then you also wanted to get it like modified too, or no? Did you want to get a different one than the one you had, or you want to get the one you have magicked?
Just a different one because it's going to take a while. Like it's not going to be ready now. It might not even be ready when we get back. So
Right. Okay.
the only requirement I have is that they put the Lumiere
All right. Well, that's not.
embossment on it.
All right. So 500 plus give me the percentile roll, and that was a good. I forgot about the charisma mod. So what's your charisma mod?
Mine low.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Would you like some assistance in your endeavor, O glorious burning of darkness?
Oh
Actually,
no.
it's 2.
Is that to 23 on your percentile? Okay. So it's going to be plus 10% plus the 2% would be 6%. 6% bonus or added on to the base costs. So
Okay.
like what?
530 gold.
So
30
wait.
30 more
So
gold.
what they're doing right now is they're rolling for a magical item. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
For buying the most basic lower tier of magic items. Things that local clerics can actually perform given enough time. So both of them have commissioned an item to be made, and it's going to take 20 days.
Yeah, 20
for
days.
Both of them, basically.
At a minimum, 20 days, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be broke.
Assuming they do nothing but work on that.
Right.
all
So it's
day.
really. Oh, that's a good point. It's really going to be. What'll make it an easy enough number to keep. Let's call it 25 days for both of them. And let's just assume you guys did it like the first day back in town. So you'll have
We get a
11
1-month
days
break.
left from now. 11 days from today.
Okay, so it's halfway there.
Resuming.
I'm living it up.
And
I'd like to point out that wealthy gives me servants. Yeah.
nice. So, let's say you guys have gotten together. You've had your agreed upon meeting place. You're talking about what you're going to do next. You're kind of... Have you officially quit the Merchants League? Or are you just kind of like, hey guys, we're on hiatus, but we might do work for you later?
Yeah, let's talk about that, I guess. I'm going to suggest that we not be caravan protection douchebags.
Agents.
And we actually, like, make a difference in the world by going out and killing evil things.
You know what a good way to make a
Infinite.
difference is, Thomas? On a
Tell me.
boat. Get to feel the wind. You get to see what
I'm
you're
on a
doing.
boat.
Man.
And on that boat, what we could do, Thomas, is we could rescue derelict sailors and purge the unclean at the same time.
Here's the problem with a boat, Bex. I wear
Find one problem, I dare you.
heavy armor, which makes it a little difficult to swim in the event that I get washed overboard.
Ah, so you have a personal problem.
The problem with the boat, Bex. I just bought a $540 gold worth of a war horse. I am not getting on a damn boat.
I just point at my wagon, just like sitting there, like we could just tie it down.
What about
no.
what about we put together a boat of land? It's
So
like a land
that.
boat.
I'm just pointing at my covered wagon.
I got one, he says.
Yeah, we
I've
can
got
put
one.
a mast on it.
This one, I'm not done converting it. It's gonna have a sail.
See?
See, you're
Get a green.
perfectly fine with your land boat, okay? Keep your fucking boats to yourself on land, thank you.
Just, you put a couple hammocks in there, give it a sail, maybe a crow's nest. Life.
I have 3 important questions that
Yeah.
are all really one question. Tyrnell, what'd you name your war horse? Bex, what are your 2 horses named?
Do you want to know what my 2 horses are named?
No.
You
It
sure?
was
Dude.
rhetorical.
Dude,
I want to know.
They're named. I can speak to them.
Oh yeah, you know the real names?
I know their real names, but they're not the names I gave them because I am deity to them.
Right.
And as their deity, their names are left cheek and right cheek.
Oh, we're back to that again.
Yes.
What's Tyrnell's horse's real name before he tells us what he named it?
Oh, his real name, it has sort of an ego. It refers to itself as
In the third
Sir
person?
Guardian of the Grassy Plains. Sir Guardian of the Grassy Plains is how he introduced himself to me.
Like Sir Guardian of the Grassy Plains doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, no,
You're like, who the hell's that? And he's like,
Tyrnell, your horse
Hi.
does not like me, by the way.
Oh,
all right, what's his real name, Tyrnell?
its real name is Wisp.
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 I'll tell him that.
How does Sir Guardian of the Grassy Plains respond?
Actually, you know what? Ricochet. We're calling it Ricochet.
Okay,
Ricochet?
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
I'm gonna...
I'll never
Odds.
remember these.
I'll roll it. Odds good, evens bad.
Okay.
Odds good, evens... it's not okay with that name. I don't
He
tell Tyrnell.
told
I
it
don't
its name
tell.
was
I don't
Ricochet?
tell Tyrnell.
and the horse responded with neigh.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
God damn it! Fucking shit!
Ah.
Damn your fucking warhorse jokes.
Man. All right. So,
Okay,
Lambo-
so do they relay? I mean,
There
do you
is.
relay this to me that he doesn't like it? Well, fuck.
He said he didn't. But gone.
He's gone.
Can't confirm that I. He
Fuck!
said he's not gone. Typing. Did I
Fuck.
drop the call again? All right, this is where we fuck with him. Everyone else did. I'm a dick.
One left.
We all left. That's good. No, it's not.
Not me.
Ah, he's back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Anywho, I was going to say, so you're not confirming that That Ricochet is good or bad?
Ricochet doesn't like its name, but I won't tell you that.
Fuck it.
I named my horses left cheek, right cheek. What worse could there be?
Never mind. Let's get too sidetracked with
They're important.
Alright, so land boat, yes. Going to the sea, no. And the station continues from there. We pick up 10 minutes later after you argue about horse name.
What did Philly want to do?
Philly wants to make money.
It's good.
I actually kind of like the idea of getting our own company of some sort together.
Bad company.
That sounds like
On a steel horse, I
two
reckon.
kind of ideas. Good and awful.
What if we were item collectors? We collect magical and notorious items of note the world over. That would make us lots of money, and we could all use the boat.
You know what would be even better? Is if instead of just collecting the items, we went and took them from evil people that were misusing them.
You know what?
I enjoy that idea very much so.
Do I get to help you gleefully destroy all remnants of evil?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
we
I
can,
I see no error with your plans, oh reverend
Lindsay.
boy.
You know what would be even better? Not being on a damn boat.
It's a land
Yep.
boat.
The land boat.
Land boat, no. I'm fuck the boats.
Well, you can sleep in the rain.
I as well. Thank you. And I will be goddamn. I will be very comfortable. Thank you very much.
So is there like these acquisition agents? Is this like a freelance deal?
Well,
Like you go somewhere and you're like, hey, I'm an acquisition agent. I can get your shit for you.
more like you guys kind of were just now talking rather loudly in the bar about Billy said something about going, or no. Who originally said finding artifact? Was that Philly?
I want to clear this up. I was not talking loudly. I don't think Dan is going to be talking loudly, and I doubt Stephanie is going to be talking loudly.
Yeah.
This one.
We gotta talk over Bex.
I'm
Otherwise,
yelling.
Yeah.
Being drunkard named
My,
Ben.
my
Okay.
indoor voice is yelling. My outdoor voice is louder.
his level of volume forces you to talk loudly. Otherwise, you can't be heard right, by the person right beside you.
It's true.
So, so Philly was the one who said it, right? They confirm. Originally.
Bex actually mentioned acquiring things, I think.
Yeah, Bex did.
I talked
Oh,
about
Bex.
getting them. Thomas said we could steal them from evil.
Okay.
Care
So
now how to said a damn word.
anyway, so at that time is a perfect time for NPC numero. Where is he? Didn't think I was going to have to use this guy.
Folder of
Numero's kind of weird name.
Huh?
Numero is a
kind
weird
of
name.
weird name.
Tell us about Numero.
Well, it did have a more elongated name at one time. Well, when all of his brothers and sisters died, he just stuck with numero because he didn't realize that he could be uno.
His Spanish was rudimentary at best.
Very bad. So, it's kind of more lavishly dressed person compared to the general clientele of this particular establishment, the Wanderer's Rest. I think that's the name of the inn. Either that or it's the name of an inn we used in a different campaign. I don't remember.
We didn't establish where we were, because we're all at different levels of
Well, yeah.
respite.
This was your meeting up place after you've had your downtime.
Ah.
Wherever that would have been.
Uh,
Somewhere in between,
Honestly-
probably. Or familiar,
probably. Or the lavish place that I stay.
if you're paying. No.
Is Vex buying?
That's not up to me. This guy kind of taps Thomas on the shoulder, and to get the attention of the group, he's fairly well dressed, got very bright colored robes and scarves, and kind of faded hair. Faded as in faded, color changing faded. Blondish, dirty blonde, and is definitely a half elf. Has kind of a weird scar on his right cheek that runs from just under his eye and next to his nose all the way back to just under his ear. Pretty gnarly scar that he's acquired. And he says, "I couldn't help but overhear your intentions. It just so happens that I have several wealthy clients who would pay very good for people to do these things."
Go on.
In fact, to the point that this, it kind of looks at you, sees your holy symbol. Like this young cleric, young, he says in the tone, he's being nice, but you're old as fuck. This young cleric here, quite a few artifacts may in fact be in the hands of people who would oppose the light.
Well, we can't have that. We're in. We'll do it.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but he hates the darkness.
Well, it is a very common attribute of clerics of Lumiere, so I would assume I didn't have much worry that my assumption would be false. In fact, it's like, you know what? Kind of look familiar. Have
I get that a
you?
lot, actually.
Has a lot of you done any work with the Merchants League recently?
Yeah, we
I
have.
think you
We're
probably know
actually
me
quite
from the
famous.
wanted posters.
What?
The wanted posters.
I don't think that's it.
We transported a whole shipment of arpeggio crystals also.
Well, see, that's one of the reasons my clients want these items. Is they're sometimes rudimentary artifacts, or maybe occasionally they're somewhat powerful magical relics, but their true power has been rumored to be able to be unlocked with arpeggio crystals. So these people are willing to pay a lot to see if that's true. And there's actually a stronghold in the foothills of the Great Manguas, an ancient stronghold back thousands of years ago. Used to be a great temple to the deity of, somewhere in this is my list of deities. There it is. Nostra Corona, the goddess of knowledge. And there's a tome and an amulet that are both rumored to hold great power if you know how to use it, relating to the ability to see. Well, I don't want to say too much. But, unfortunately, as you may know, that entire region is very dangerous to travel. So we can't just send anybody there to attempt to get into this old fortress. It requires people who are capable and willing to take the risk.
Beck summons his staff and slams it at the ground. Summoning a serpent.
Okay, that staff.
Throw it to the ground.
I just sandberged his ass.
Sandberg. What's your purpose with summoning this serpent at this moment?
He said they need adventurers of, it's,
Right.
it's dangerous, and then just like BAM!
Okay.
Danger's my
I
middle
can move
name.
up.
Okay, so perform. That's what I was
Being
trying to get
impressive
to. Yeah,
is the only way to describe what he's also kind of drunk.
kinda.
I'm hoping for advantage.
Um,
I did summon a staff from nowhere.
That's true. So you summoned a staff in it from nowhere and turned it into a snake instantly. So that's a pretty
just
good
like-
magic trick.
Voila!
What
That
do you
hand motion.
command the snake to do? Before
Huh?
I tell you what happens.
Oh, he's just gonna curl up.
Like around your
This is
chair
day
or
off.
something like that.
You remember that
No,
scene from
like-
Aladdin where the snake comes in and it wraps all the way around him?
Yeah, I'd like that to do, like, me, the snake around me. I'm not trying to have him go all aggro, so, like, I have the snake curl up and be all
Right.
buddy-buddy with me.
Yeah. Like, well, that's a nifty trick. That is. How big is the giant constrictor? Is fucking huge, right?
Yeah, I had
It's
it
medium
second.
size.
I
Right?
just
Or
pulled it
something
up.
like
Give me 1 second, I'll pull it up again.
It's-
Giant constrictor is huge beast.
that? Yeah.
Um,
Man,
So-
let's see.
So on.
It is.
It's like-
It is by itself a challenge level 2.
Right.
Let me put it this way: it has a melee grapple reach of 5 feet.
how big
can
is huge?
grapple up
Because
to
that's
5
bigger
feet
than
away.
large.
Right.
Huh?
That's
Yeah, huge is the next size up from large.
right.
Because medium, large, huge. A war beast is a large beast, or a war horse is a large beast.
Yep.
Now it's not like wide; it's the length, but
True.
it does not give
15
me
foot by
a
15
description of the
foot.
size.
is the
15 by
space.
15. So if it's curled up, it's like a 15. Holy shit, yo!
Monster Man.
It's in the
It's
kit.
on page 300.
There
It's
is
on
a
Monster Man?
small.
Oh, here it is.
There is a small screaming group of women who are rushing out of the tavern and into the thoroughfare.
Yeah,
I guess I
it's-
didn't realize that a snake was that big.
Yeah, no, it's a monstrous snake that gets summoned.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how to really translate that into snake size.
I took it as a 15-foot snake instead of a 15
that's
by
like
15
maybe
snake.
like 2 or 3 feet wide, maybe 4.
Yeah, I
I
would
just-
say that instead of being 15 by 15 square, it would be like
Well, it's just
15.
like it's so long that it's impossible. I'd say it's actually longer than that, right? Because it's
it'd
not
be
going
like
to be.
1 by 9.
It's not really going to be
Yeah.
fully stretched out.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
just
this
taking
huge
up that
coil
much
of snake.
space. Coiled
It's
or
it's
spread
supposed
out.
to like uncoil itself from the staff
Right.
and just keep going.
Your normal size fucking staff now is a huge ass snake. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's even more impressive than I thought. So you
Because
definitely
the
have advantage.
snake is it's a viable combat companion until we hit like level 10.
Well, even after
then
that,
it's
it's not
useless.
too bad because it's still got enough.
It's still
defense
60
to not
hit
die
points.
instantly. Okay. So yeah, quite a few people freak out in the nearby vicinity. It's fairly crack.
Probably the party.
Like pretty much just everybody. Yeah, I mean this would be the first time any of you have seen this in action since somebody never got to fucking use it.
It's also the
And-
first time Bex has seen it in action.
True.
I haven't used it yet.
So yeah, the snake. Boom! There it is. He kind of takes a couple steps back, like he's maybe you're like doing something to him. He didn't realize it's just for show right away, and lots of people backing up, moving away. As Philly pointed out, there's a couple bar wenches who just like run screaming to the fucking kitchen and out the door, and yeah, you've not made friends tonight in general, but.
Speaking of with bar winches, is this the same tavern that we were in the beginning?
I would assume so.
So is the bar winch that I tipped rather heavily still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
She was an owner, wasn't she?
No, this is a different one. This is the one where they actually punched, or they
Tripped her. Had
were
the
first
session 0.
She fell down.
Yep.
The guys attacked her or attacked us or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and Bex.
She
Bex
is. You've
made 'em.
you've learned in the last few days that she went through all that money pretty quickly, and you thought she was going to quit working, but she had to come crawling back for a job. It did not go as far as she thought it would.
What was her reaction when we came back, or when we came back?
Oh, she was super happy to see you.
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to know.
Yep. Fucking
That's sort of like the size I pictured the snake.
Arad, or he hadn't actually introduced himself by name, but
That's a little big. That's
yeah,
the wrong
let's
picture. That's not the picture I thought I sent you.
yeah,
Whoops.
that's kind of like
That's like a.
I'm thinking of
Dragon.
like fucking Conan. Which Conan movie was that with James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
That fucking snake. That's the one I'm thinking.
The picture I thought I sent you was it was a constrictor that had completely wrapped itself around.
The one you actually sent meant to save into your fat bank, right?
Exactly. Wrong folder.
Alright, we're actually up to break number 2. We're a little past it. So let's do that, and then we'll figure out exactly the terms that you guys are going to decide with this air rod. Again, fully introduce himself yet. But we'll do that when we get back. We'll take a short 5-minute break. We'll get back and get into hour number 3. So hang tight, and see you soon. Peace.
That's what my snake evolves into.